Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe for more powerful insights and motivation to help you become your best self. Hit the bell so you never miss a step on your journey. Have you ever looked in the mirror and seen a version of yourself you didn't quite recognize? It's that feeling of knowing you are capable of so much more, yet feeling stuck in the same place. You have this clear vision of the person you want to become, but the path feels impossibly long. This gap between our current reality and our desired future is where so many dreams go to die. We fall back into old patterns, comfortable routines that keep us exactly where we are. We all want to be better, improve our lives, and achieve our goals. How do we find the genuine, sustainable motivation to do the things we know we need to do? How do we close that gap and start building the life we truly want? It's about learning how to ignite that fire within you and keep it burning. We are going to uncover the secrets to bridging that gap, not just for a day, but for a lifetime. If you're ready to start this journey and finally become the person you know you can be, then this is the place for you. A few years ago, I struggled to get up for a morning run. For weeks, I had failed. My running shoes became a reminder of my lack of willpower. One morning, something shifted. I realized it wasn't about the run itself. It was about keeping promises to myself. That question was the spark. It wasn't about discipline. It was about self-respect. I got up, put on my shoes, and walked out the door. It was a victory. Motivation often starts as a tiny spark, a new perspective. It's the why behind the what. We will learn how to find your spark and create lasting change. Think about your morning routine. Our brains create shortcuts for repetitive actions called habits. They are neurological loops that run on autopilot. This system allows us to navigate daily life without being overwhelmed. This autopilot system is a double-edged sword, reinforcing behaviors we want to change. These habits are etched into your neural pathways. They are not signs of weakness. Instead, see it as rewiring your brain's internal GPS. Our brains are remarkably malleable. We can create new pathways and teach our autopilot new routines. We can build new, stronger habits that override the old ones. The goal is to draw a new, more desirable map, making the new route compelling. Now let's talk about the fuel that powers this rewiring process. It's a powerful little chemical in your brain called dopamine. Often misunderstood as the pleasure chemical, dopamine is more accurately the motivation chemical. It's released not just when we experience pleasure, but in of it. It's the driving force that makes you want to do something. When you set a huge, ambitious goal, like I'm going to lose 50 pounds, the reward feels so distant and abstract that your brain doesn't release enough dopamine to get you started. The anticipation isn't strong enough. It feels like a chore, not a thrilling pursuit. This is where the magic of small wins comes into play. A small win is a tiny, achievable action that moves you in the right direction. Instead of lose 50 pounds, your goal becomes drink 1 glass of water before breakfast. When you achieve that tiny goal, your brain gives you a small hit of dopamine. It feels good. It's a signal that says, hey, you did it. That was successful. This creates a positive feedback loop, often called the habit loop, a cue, like feeling thirsty in the morning, a routine, like drinking a glass of water, and a reward, like the feeling of accomplishment and that dopamine hit. Think back for a moment. I want you to remember the last big goal you set for yourself. Maybe it was to learn a new language, get a promotion, or run a marathon. Remember that initial surge of excitement? That was the anticipation of the grand reward. But what happened when you faced the day-to-day grind? The motivation likely faded because the reward was too far away. The dopamine dried up. Now imagine if you had broken that goal down into ridiculously small wins. Learn one new word today. Speak to one colleague about my project. Put on my running shoes. Each tiny success would have refueled your motivation for the next step. By focusing on small, incremental victories, you're essentially hacking your brain's reward system. You're training it to associate positive feelings with the new behavior. Each checkmark on your to-do list, each successfully completed mini-habit, reinforces the new neural pathway you're trying to build. It makes the new path more attractive to your brain. This isn't just a feel-good strategy, it's neuroscience. You're creating a cascade of dopamine that builds momentum, transforming a daunting mountain into a series of manageable steps, each one providing the fuel you need to take the next. We understand habits and dopamine? How do we put this into practice? The first step is about identity. Before changing what we do, we change who we believe we are. Change your language from outcome to identity. Focus on becoming the type of person who achieves the goal. Don't say, I want to write a book. Say, I'm a writer, Don't say, I want to get fit. Say, I'm a healthy and active person. It's about casting a vote for your future self. Take out a piece of paper. Think of one behavior you want to change and reframe it as an identity. Instead of, I need to stop procrastinating, write, I am a disciplined person. Instead of, I want to quit smoking, write, I am a non-smoker. Read this new identity statement. This new identity statement becomes your guide. What choice would a healthy person make? You're not just changing a habit, you're stepping into a new version of you. Change isn't a straight path. 3 dragons block your way. Fear, procrastination, and overwhelm. Fear paralyzes you with what-ifs. Procrastination tempts you with later. Overwhelm convinces you the mountain is too high to climb. These aren't monsters outside you, they're your brain's way of keeping you safe, but they keep you stuck. Recognize their voices. They're not wisdom, they're just old habits. To move forward, you must face them, not flee. You're not defenseless, your sword is clarity, your shield is compassion. Clarity slays dragons, be specific. At 5 p.m., I'll gather my bank statements. Small, clear steps shrink fear and overwhelm. Compassion protects you. Don't shame yourself for feeling stuck, acknowledge it, then ask, what's the smallest step I can take now? Even J.K. Rowling faced rejection and doubt, but she kept submitting, one clear action at a time. She didn't let the dragons win, and neither should you. Use clarity to cut through confusion and compassion to keep moving. That's how you win your battles. If you're finding these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe and join our community. Your journey matters, and we're here to support you every step of the way. Ready to fight back? Try the 5-minute rule. Pick a task you're avoiding. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Start. When time's up, you can stop. No guilt. You've already won by starting. This tiny action builds momentum and trust in yourself. Most times, you'll keep going. But even if you don't, you've proven you can begin. Every 5-minute victory is a step toward lasting change. Celebrate it. This is how transformation starts. To build a habit, design your habit loop. Cue, routine, reward. Anchor your cue to something you already do, like, after coffee, I'll meditate for 1 minute. Make the routine tiny. Floss 1 tooth, read 1 page. The easier it is, the harder it is to skip. Reward yourself instantly. Savor your coffee or just say, I did it. Immediate satisfaction wires the habit in. Architect your environment, not just your willpower. That's how habits stick. Make your progress visible. Track your habits. Mark an X on a calendar for every day you succeed. Don't break the chain. This visual proof motivates you, even on tough days. Like Sarah, who left a gratitude journal on her pillow. Her chain of entries became proof of her growth. Ask yourself, what could your life look like in a year if you tracked one small habit starting today? Every mark is a story of change. Start your chain, one action, one X at a time. While marking an X on a calendar is powerful, we also need to celebrate our journey in bigger ways. Building lasting habits is hard work, requiring persistence and self-compassion. Celebration is consciously acknowledging your effort and progress by intentionally rewarding yourself for showing up. This reinforces your new identity and teaches your brain that effort is worthy of reward. Rewarding the process helps you stay committed and learn to love the journey. Celebrations don't have to be extravagant, but should feel like a genuine treat and align with your goals. You're celebrating the promise you kept to yourself, building self-trust and self-efficacy. This transforms change into a joyful process, building a new relationship with yourself based on encouragement. You become your own biggest cheerleader, the most sustainable source of motivation. You have your blueprint, your habit loop, and you are tracking progress. Everything is going perfectly, then one day, it isn't. The chain is broken, and it's easy to feel like a failure. This is where most people give up, falling victim to the what the hell effect. This all-or-nothing thinking is a threat, framing a stumble as a catastrophe. But you will stumble. It is an inevitability. Perfection is not the goal, consistency is. Real change is defined by getting back on track. Embrace imperfection. Plan for the stumble. Learn from it. See it as a sign that you are human. A true master gets up one more time than they fall down. When you find yourself off track, you need 2 things to find your way back: a compass and a comeback plan. Your compass is your why, the deep, meaningful reason you started. Reconnect with it. Your comeback plan is a simple rule for what to do immediately after you slip up. The most powerful plan is this: never miss twice. This creates a clear boundary, preventing a downward spiral. Your goal isn't perfection, it's simply to get the next one right. It's in the moment after the stumble that you truly become the person you want to be. Honor your compass and have a plan for your comeback. We started by talking about the person in the mirror, the gap between who you are and who you know you could be. It can feel like a vast, uncrossable chasm, a source of frustration. But I hope you see things differently now. Motivation is something you build, a fire that you learn to spark. Change isn't about grand leaps, but small, deliberate steps. It's about understanding the autopilot in your brain and learning to give it a new set of directions. You are not powerless against your habits. You are their architect. The person you see in the mirror doesn't have to be a stranger. You know that the goal isn't perfection, but persistence. Look in that mirror again. It is a space of pure potential, the canvas on which you will paint the masterpiece that is your life. Change is not an event, it is a process. It does not happen overnight. It happens in the quiet moments. It happens when you choose the glass of water over the soda. It happens when you put on your running shoes, even if you only walk to the end of the street. It happens when you write one sentence, read one page, or save $1. These actions seem insignificant on their own. They feel like a single drop of water in a vast ocean, but do not be mistaken. Every single drop matters. It is the accumulation of these tiny, seemingly inconsequential choices that carves canyons and moves mountains over time. You have everything you need to begin. You do not need more information, a better plan, or a different set of circumstances. All you need is to make one small choice that aligns with the person you want to become. Just one. Let that be your only goal for today. Not to transform your entire life, but to cast a single vote for your future self. Because that one vote builds momentum. It sends a powerful signal to your brain and to your heart that you are serious this time. It is the first domino that, when tipped, can set in motion a chain reaction you can't yet imagine. You are standing at the trailhead of a great adventure. The path ahead is your own to forge. It will have its sunlit clearings and its dark, difficult forests. But you are not alone on this journey. You are part of a community of people who are also choosing to walk, to strive, to become. We are here, cheering you on with every step you take. Your story, your struggle, and your eventual triumph will become the inspiration for someone else who is still standing at the edge of their own chasm, wondering if they have what it takes. You do. You have what it takes. So what are you waiting for? The time for waiting is over. The time for wishing is done. The time for action is now. Your future self is calling to you, not from across a chasm, but from a single step in front of you. They are asking you to close the gap, to meet them where they are. Take that step. Begin your journey. The person you are destined to be is not someone you find, but someone you build. Start building, start now. Your masterpiece awaits. Ready to take action? Subscribe now for more inspiration and practical strategies to transform your life. Your future self will thank you.